Within the last year, my mother passed and was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease at the time of her death. And it was a process that at least that we could see for at least 5 years. I've studied memory my entire adult life and my entire academic career, and some of that has overlapped with research trying to develop treatments for Alzheimer's disease. And it's not as if it's always been just an academic topic to me, because my grandfather, my mother's father, was also diagnosed with Alzheimer's at the time of his passing. But it was, in some ways, it became much more real when one time visiting my mother, it was the first time she did not remember me. That was, in a way, pulled me out of the lab mentally, pulled me down from the ivory tower to see that our memories are fascinating in how it works in the brain, but they're also so key to our humanity. And that lesson was one that I then really internalized when it was my mother forgetting me. And I would say that healthy memory isn't about remembering everything. It's been about remembering the important things. And so if you can reassess and recalibrate as to what are the important things, then you can try to make sure that what is important to you is some of the information that does get in, that does find its way to a permanent record in your brain.
As part of my work with the early stage Alzheimer's group, I'm messaging my local elected officials about the Alzheimer's Screening and Prevention Act, also known as ASAP. You could message your local elected officials too about this important legislation. Getting early detection of this disease enabled me to get treatment that has slowed the impact. Here's the video I'm sending them. My name is George King. My partner Louise and I live in Atlanta, Georgia. We are your constituents, and I'm living with early stage Alzheimer's disease, and I'm asking Senators Ossoff and Warnock and Representative Williams to consider co-sponsoring the bipartisan Alzheimer's Screening and Prevention Act, also known as the ASAP Act. Now, this bill addresses a major gap in Medicare. Right now, despite significant scientific breakthroughs, Medicare is not allowed to cover any screening tests for the diseases that cause dementia. Today, a simple blood test can detect signs of Alzheimer's much earlier, even before symptoms appear. And early diagnosis enabled me to take advantage of treatment that has slowed the progress of this disease. When Congress expanded Medicare coverage for mammograms, early detection improved and lives were saved. I'm confident that with this bill we can deliver the same kind of progress for Alzheimer's. Living with an incurable degenerative disease, I can tell you that time becomes a vital consideration. I was lucky. I took myself into a neurologist's office and got an early diagnosis that enabled me to receive infusions of a monoclonal drug that has slowed the impact of this disease and given me the gift of time. This is a mammogram moment for Alzheimer's. Please co-sponsor the ASAP Act. It's a bipartisan, common-sense step that helps families get answers sooner and plan for the future. Thank you for your time and for supporting families like ours. When I started this blog, it was partly to record whatever happens to me living with Alzheimer's disease, which is a degenerative neurological disease for which there is no cure. People have told me that this disease often manifests itself as a sort of series of steps. You kind of plateau along for a while, and then maybe you experience a slight dip. And then you plateau along again, and then maybe you dip a little further. In the last month or so, I just feel I've been losing things a little more frequently. And I can give you an example. I misplaced my wallet, my keys. I can't find my glasses. I've actually appear to have lost my favorite glasses. And of course, it's very difficult to assess these things because your brain is what's doing the assessing. And if your brain is part of the problem, you never quite, you don't have quite as clear a picture as the rest of the world. But I feel that I've been losing things a little more frequently. And I've also felt that my sense of balance is just a hair off. So I just wanted to go on the record and say that. It's nothing that I'm overly disturbed about. My whole thing is about adapting to live with this disease. And so I will adapt. I will try to focus and concentrate a little more when I put things down. But that's really what I wanted to give you an update. Hello, coming to you live, well, almost live, from New Orleans, Louisiana. I don't know if you can see much of it, but there's a little bit of it. I'm staying in this house out on a porch here, delightful. It's a beautiful day. There's a breeze in the air. But I did have a little bit of a hiccup a couple of days ago. So what? About a year ago, I had treatment for prostate cancer, radiation, hormone therapy. And they said clean slate at the end of it just about a year ago. Well, they asked me to do a PET scan a few weeks back, and I haven't seen a doctor yet, but the administrative assistant who explained it to me said it appears to have metastasized into 4, I think she said, other regions. So I'm not thrilled at this news, needless to say, and I won't know any more until I get back to Atlanta in about 2 weeks. There's the sound of a New Orleans vehicle roaring past. So I had a couple of nights where sleep was a little testy, but I'm fine with whatever comes. If you've been following this blog, you'll know that I'm going to try and deal with what's in front of me, and with a good attitude, and to enjoy life to the fullest in the meantime. So, just a quick update. I'll probably throw in some photographs of the city that might cover some portions of this this little post. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, today, broadcasting live from my pied-à-terre in New Orleans, bringing you a little love letter to Louisiana and this city. So, laissez les bon temps rouler, mes amis.
my hand. Well, I'm looking for my girl. Bring her home if I can.